Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today? I pray you're doing well. I sure do. And welcome to Reading the Word Bible in a Year, Mr. Jean. Today is a 337, Friday 237. We're going to be reading Daniel 6 till 8. As always, the Bible reading from Mr. Watson, that's in the King James Version. If you guys like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, follow, put on notification, put on the bell. And don't forget to check my playlist as well, because I do more than just reading the Word Bible in here. My favorite is the voice of the mother in the playlist. Anyway, also check out my Facebook group called The Ones Who Got and The Ones Got. I built that Facebook group. So you and I, we can go together as a Christian. So check it out. If you like it, join the group. If you find anything that strike your fancy, like and share it. Or if you have anything you want to add, go for it. As long as God's as Christ related and it's not blasphemy. Thank you, Lord God Almighty, for everything that you done for us, Lord. Thank you, 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 thank you. Give you everything I got. I give you everything I have. Lord, touch me. Touch anyone and everyone watching this. Touch us, Lord. Don't let us feel like we're doing this by ourselves. Don't let us feel like we're only doing it because we want. Let us feel like we're doing it because we want to get closer to you. Not because we just want to do something, but because we want to be closer to you. Let us know all our work, every hour, every time we put, every minute, every second we put, listen to your word, reading your word. Anytime we do something for you, Lord. I know you say it already, but sometimes we wonder. So help us wonder no more. I know I don't. And yes, sometimes I do. Not because I wonder if or anything like that. I just wonder like, am I doing this for myself? Am I doing it trying to make puff myself up? Am I doing this? Lord, my heart, you know what I'm thinking, it's all evil, it's all not right. It's always wonder. Am I doing it for the right purpose? Am I doing it to work for you? Am I doing it for you, Lord? Or am I doing it for myself? So help us. Whatever we do for you, Lord Almighty, help us know, Lord, are we doing it for you? Or are we doing it for ourselves? Please, God, give us the answers, Lord. And thank you for giving us our daily bread, which is your word. For I just said, making our live up with alone by your word. So thank you for feeding us daily. As always, you are well fed. Amen. All right. Daniel 6, the plot against Daniel. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 satraps to be over the whole kingdom. And over this, the three governors, of whom Daniel was one, and the satraps might give account to them, so that the king will suffer no loss. Then this Daniel distinguished himself above the governor and the satraps, because an excellent spirit was on him, and the king gave thought to setting him over the whole world. I wonder though, does that mean the king didn't add those three guys, Abashai and Abednego? That's why we don't hear about them with the lions and stuff like that. I don't know. Just a thought. So the governor and the satraps sought to find some charge against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find no charge or fault because he was faithful. Not was there any error or fault found in him. Then this man said, we should find any charge against this Daniel unless we find it against him concerning the law of his God. So this governor and satrap thronged before the king and said thus to him, King Darius, live forever. Don't they know the story? No, they are different group of people, so we are probably not one. Anyway, all the governor of the kingdom, in administration and satraps, the consular and advisor, have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whoever petition any god or man for 30 days except you, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish a decree and sign the written so that it cannot be changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which does not alter. Therefore, King Darius signed the written decree. Daniel in the lion's den. Now, when Daniel knew that the written was signed, he went home, and in his upper room, with his window open toward Jerusalem, he knelt down on his knee 3 times that day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, as was his custom since early days. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. And they went before the king and spoke concerning the king's decree. Have you not signed a decree that every man will petition any god or man within 30 days, except you, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, this thing is true, according to the law of Medes and Persia, which does not alter. So they answered and said before the king, that Daniel, who is one of the captives from Judah, does not show the God of for you, O king, decree that you have the sign, but make a petition 3 times a day. And the king, when he heard this word, was greatly displeased with himself, and set his heart to Daniel to deliver him, and had labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then this man approached the king and said to the king, King, O king, that is the law of Medes in Persia, and not, that no decree or statutes which the king established may be changed. So the king gave command, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. But the king spoke, saying, Daniel, your God, whom you serve, continue, he will deliver you. They forced the king's hand. As always, a lot of people said, I don't know if you guys know what they're saying. The kings don't rule the country. The kings are just the face, the advisors who, which is a very dangerous move, if you ask me. If I'm a king and you force my hand like that, I just say there's a reason why I'm not a king. Then a stone was brought and laid on the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet ring, and with the signet of his lord, that the purpose concerning Daniel might not be changed. Daniel saved from the lion. Now the king went to his palace and spent the night fasting, and no musicians were brought before him. Also his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning, and went in haste to the den of the lion. And when he came to the den of the, he cried out with a lamentation voice to Daniel. The king spoke, saying to Daniel, Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually been able to deliver you from the lions? And Daniel said to the king, O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lion mouth, so that they have not hurt me, because I was found innocent before him. And also, O king, I have done no wrong before you. Now the king was exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel out of the den. So Daniel was taken out of the den, and no injury whatever was found on him, because he believed in his God. Darius honored God. The king gave command, and they brought those men who had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lion den. Then their children and their wives, and the lions overpowered them, and broke all their bones in pieces before they even came to the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote, yeah, I see that coming. Not only because I read it before, but yeah, twist the king hand. We'll rip off your arm off. To all people, nations, and language that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you, as is written. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men must tremble in fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and steadfast forever. His kingdom is one which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall endure to the end. He delivered and rescued and worked signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. Who has delivered Daniel from the power of the lion? So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. Chapter 7. Vision of the four beasts. Oof, we get into those visions. I don't know. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of the Babylon. Daniel had a dream and vision of his head while on his bed. Then he wrote down from the dream, telling the man fact. Daniel spoke, saying, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, each different from the other. The first was like a lion, and had eagle wings. I watched till its wings were plucked off, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand on 2 feet like a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And suddenly another beast, the second like a bear, it was raised up on one side, and had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And they said those to it, the wise devour much flesh. After this I looked, and there was another, like a leopard, which had on his back 4 wings of a bird. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. He had Jew's iron teeth. He was devouring, breaking in pieces, and trampling the residue with his feet. He was different from all the beasts that were before it, and he had 10 horns. I was considering the horn, and there was another horn, and a little one coming up among them, before whom 3 of the first horn were plucked out by the roots. And there in his horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking pompous words. Those are all metaphorical. It's talking about what's going to happen. Vision of the Ancient of Days. I watched till thrones were put in places, and the Ancient of Days was seated. His garment was white as snow, and his hair of his head was like pure wool. His throne was a fierce flame, its wheels a burning fire. A fiery stream used and came from forth before it. Thousands of ministers to him, 10,000 times 10,000 before him. The court was seated, and the book were open. That's God, right? I watched, and because of the sound of the pompous word which the horn was speaking, I watched till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. As for the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, and their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. I was watching in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds of heaven. He came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. Then to him he was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nation, and language should serve him. His dominion is lasting dominion. That's Jesus. That was the Father. Now it's Jesus, the Son. We shall not pass away, and his kingdom, the one which shall not be destroyed. The new vision interpreted. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit with my body, and the vision of my head troubled me. I came near to one of these who stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made known to me the interpretation of this thing. Those great beasts which are for our 4 kingdoms, which arise out of the north of the earth, or the saints of the Most High, shall receive the kingdom and purpose the kingdom forever and forever and ever. Then I wished to know the truth about the 4 beasts, which was different from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, with his teeth and iron and his nail bones, which devoured, broke in pieces and trampled the residue with his feet, and 10 horns that were under his head, and the other horn which came up before it, which prefer namely, the horn which had eyes and mouth, which spoke pompously, whose appearance was greater than its fellow. I watched, and the same horn was making war against the saints and prevailing against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was made in favor of the saints of the Most High. And the time came for the saints to possess the kingdom. The Father is the Ancient of Days. Thus he said, the 4 beasts shall be 4 kingdoms on the earth, which shall be different from all other kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, trample it, and break it in pieces. The 10 horn are 10 kings. who shall reign from this kingdom, and another shall rise after them. It shall be different from the first ones. It shall subdue three kings. It shall speak pompous word against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change time and law. Then the saint shall be given into his hand, for a time and a half time. For the court shall be seated, and it shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it forever. Then the king and dominion, then the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people, the saints of the Most High. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. This is the end of the account of as for me, Daniel. My thought greatly troubled me. My countenance changed, but I kept the matter into my heart. Some people believe I was wrong. Vision of a ram and a goat. In the third year, chapter 8, in the third year of the reign, a king, Belshazzar, a vision appeared to me, Daniel, after the one that appeared to me the first time. I saw in the vision, and it was so happening while I was looking, that I was in Shushan, the citadel which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in the vision that I was by the river Ulai. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and there, standing beside the river, was a ram which had two horns, and the two horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher one came off last. I saw the ram pushing westward, northward, and southward, so that no animals could withstand him, nor was there any that could deliver from his hand. But he did according to his will, and became great. And as I was considering silently, a male goat came from the west across the surface of the whole earth before touching the ground, and the goat had notable horn between his eyes. Then he came to the ram that had two horns, which I had seen standing beside the river, and ran at him with furious power. And I saw him confronting the ram, and was moved with rage against him, attacked the ram, and broke his two horns. There was no power in the ram to withstand him, but he cast him down to the ground, and trampled him there. Trampled him there. Was no one that could deliver the ram from his hand. Therefore the male goat grew very great, but when he became strong, the large horn was broken, in its place of it four notable ones, and came up toward the four winds of the heaven. And out of one of them came a little horn, which grew exceedingly great, toward the south, toward the east, and toward the glorious land. And it grew up to the hosts of heaven, and it cast down some of the hosts of some of the stars of the ground, and trampled them. He even exalted himself as high as the prince of the host. And by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. Because of transgression in an army was given over to the horn to oppose the daily sacrifices, and he cast truth down to the ground. He did all this and prospered. Then I heard a holy one speaking, and another holy one said to a certain one who was speaking, "How long will the vision be concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgressions of desolation, the giving of both the sanctuary and the host of the trampled underfoot?" And he said to me, "For 2,300 days, and the sacrifice shall be cleansed." Before the vision. Then it happened, I, Daniel, had seen the vision and was seeking the meaning. Suddenly there stood before me one having the appearance of a man, and I heard a man's voice between the banks of Ulia, who called and said, "Gabriel, make this man understand the vision." So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell on my face. But he said to me, "Understand, son of man, that the vision referred to the time of the end." Now, as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep with my face to the ground, but he touched me and stood me up. And he said, "Look, I am making known to you what shall happen in the latter days of the indignation for the appointed time in the end shall be. The way in which you saw having two horns, they are the king of Media and Persia. And the male goat is the king of Dome of Grace. The large horn that is between his eyes is the first king. So that as for the broken horn and the four that stood in his place, four kingdoms shall arise out of the nation, but not with its power. That reminds me of Alexander the Great after he died, or this place was or it was divided. Just a thought. And in the latter time, as a kingdom, when the transgressors have reached their fullness, a king shall arise, having fixed future, when it stands sinister scheme. His power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy fearfully, and shall prosper and thrive. He shall destroy the mighty, and also the holy people. Though he is cunning, he shall cause the seed to prosper under his rule, and he shall exalt himself in his heart. He shall destroy many in their prosperity. He shall even rise against the prince of princes, but it shall be broken without human means. And the vision of evening and morning which was told is true. Therefore, seal up the vision, for it is referred to many days in the future. And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick for days. Afterward, I arose and went about the king's business. I was astonished by the vision, but no one understood it. Amen, amen. Oof. Another day, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Pray for me, I pray for you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.